emulating the late Mr. Scott and taking on an Aaron lad. I do number bicycle riding as one of my many achievements.
As a matter of fact, Reg...
What?
I think I can make you a better offer than that.
How are you feeling, love? Oh, I'm a lot better, thank you, Ivy. And Reg, he's bouncing back. In fact, I left him 10 minutes ago making plans.
What plans?
It's top secret, but you'll be the first to know.
Oh.
Mr. McDonald to the manager's office, please. Mr. McDonald to the manager's office. Thank you.
Andy, fingers crossed, love.
Yeah.
What's on earth are them two getting so cosy about all of a sudden?
She'll be giving him some tips how to stay happily married.
Her?
Well, who better? She's already made all the mistakes.
Yes, but I mean, that was the price you were asking before, wasn't it?
Oh, think yourself lucky it's not gone up, Reg.
Yes, but it's had 2 changes of ownership since then, hasn't it? There's been a loss of customer confidence.
Well, I am sure you'll be able to win it back, Reg, after all your vast experience in the trade.
Hey, you're a hard businesswoman, Mrs. Roberts, eh?
Is it a deal, then?
Well, subject to your husband and I agreeing to the finer points, yeah.
Well, you can haggle all you like over the finer points, love. The basic price won't change.
But I made a good partnership, thee and me, you know, Audrey.
So, you'll go and see him tomorrow, then, eh?
Tomorrow, what's wrong with today?
No. He's got a lot on today, Reg.
Has he? Hey, he played this one close to his chest, didn't he? I didn't even know shot were on market again.
No, does he?
I'm really very sorry, Sonia. But these instructions, they come down from head office and, well, I just have to carry them out. I'll make sure that you get a very good reference. You know, sometimes I wish I was back on the bins.
Oh, aye, yeah, of course you do. Because your number you've got here with your pension plan and your car allowance.
Oh, yeah? And you're going to turn them down, are you, when they're offered to you?
What?
Mind you, it'll be a while yet. I mean, you have to complete your course and serve your time as a executive trainee.
You mean you're not giving me my redundancy?
No. Not according to this letter from HQ, confirming that Mr. Andrew MacDonald has been allocated a place on the managerial training scheme commencing on Monday, the 31st of January.
My God. I thought I'd already had me ration of good luck for today.
What, have you heard from Amy?
Oh, no, forget it. My mum and dad are getting back together, aren't they?
Oh, congratulations! On both counts. It's about time you had a bit of luck.
Cheers, Curly.
Mr. Watts, please.
Mr. Watts, please.
Well, for once I'm gobsmacked.
You don't approve?
Sweetheart, it's not down to me to approve or disapprove. Same as I'd not thank anybody for sticking the 2 penny thing if I said me and Alec were going to share the same hot water bottle again.
Is there any likelihood?
Oh, about as much as Phyllis has of becoming Mrs. Percy Sugden. The very best of luck to both of you, if that's what you want. He's got a good heart, has Jim. And for all his quick temper, he does love you. I've never doubted that.
Oh, neither have I. I just hope that temper's had some of the edges smoothed off.
Oh, I'm sure he's learned his lesson. He's no mug. And obviously, our dear Dickie has come to the same conclusion.
He won't change his mind. Jim's still bad.
Well, then...
I'm leaving the Queen's. So you will have to put up with me being a nuisance neighbour again.
It's a hell of a lot to give up, Cop.
Oh, it's just a job. Good husbands are harder to find.
Oh, I do know that. But I also know what it's meant to you. I mean, your independence. Doing something on your own and proving that you could make a go of it.
Bet. Don't make it harder than it already is.
I'm sorry. That was a damn stupid thing to say.
No, it was the truth. But right now, it's not something I can face head on. Or I might chicken out.
Better now than later, lovey.
Once I've hurt Jim and the boys all over again, you mean? No, I've made my decision and I'm sticking to it.
Even if there is a price to pay.
Ain't there always for something worthwhile?
So long as it is. Worthwhile.
I'll make damn sure it is. Otherwise I'll have lost out all round, won't I?
Well, the very best of luck to both of you, kid. And you're right. A pair of loving arms round you is worth a damn sight more than your name up over a pub door any day of the week. Take that from one who knows.
Yeah, having both doesn't seem to be on the cards for either of us, does it?
Well, I don't have a doting hubby in the background anymore, but there is a certain hunk lurking on the horizon.
Who? Elizabeth Teresa Gilroy. What have you been up to during my absence?
Come on in back. I'll put kettle on and tell you all about it.
Hey, and no missing out the juicy bits.
Good.
Bye.
Hello.
So then, what do you think Madam's chances are of twisting Alf's arm?
Well, she can be very persuasive, can my man. She did persuade him to sell up and move away.
Isn't there to change his mind and stay put?
Yes, which is why she knows it'd be down to her if he gets ill again. He could be strolling along the prom at Lytham now, not flogging himself to death.
Oh, you're right. You know, it's Alf's welfare she's thinking of. I mean, big hats and limousines don't come into it.
Ah, well, maybe,
Look at these two are mates again, thank goodness.
Oh, Ma'am, it's not fair. My school's going on a skiing trip and ours do nothing like that.
anything. Yours don't do anything like that.
Let's have a look. Oh, I say, that looks nice. So does your mum say it's okay then?
Well, my dad's going to pay for it.
Oh, I see. Very generous, your dad.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Don't let it get to you.
Oh, it's all right. I'll keep it all under control like I usually do. But don't be surprised if one of these days I suddenly explode and the little bits of Alma all over the paintwork.
Dad? Nicky wants me to go back to the nurse for a bit. Is it okay?
Yeah, pick up in about an hour.
Is that all right with you, Gail?
Yeah, of course it is. More the merrier. Come on, you lot.
Give us time to pop in the pub for a drink.
Oh, look, do you mind if we don't go to the Rovers? Only I don't want that new tenant of mine thinking that I'm breathing down her neck at every turn.
Tanya, you haven't had any trouble from her since you moved in, have you?
No, of course I haven't. It's just that, well, I don't know. It's like she's got this prickly fence round her all the time saying, keep out. I mean, she doesn't exactly encourage confidences.
You mean nosiness? She's a tougher cookie than Angie. She just doesn't want your mother hen in her, that's all. We're closed, can't you read? How is you?
You there? Just come to see if Alma knew what time you'd be back. Have a word.
Yeah, I was going to pop in this afternoon, but got held up in Bradford. I just got back. Nothing wrong, is there?
Well, apart from having to conjure 800 quid out of thin air, no?
Oh, yeah, you got your problems. We all know that. You'll get over them.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
Mike, I've got a wife, a kid and a mortgage to support. Look, he's going to be dogged rough having to pay this fine on top. Look, it's not me I'm bothered about. It's just Sally and Rosie who don't want to suffer.
No, of course he doesn't.
I appreciate that. If it's a loan you want, sorry, no can do.
It's not a loan. It's a rise. And before you say no can do, it's not because I got the extra cash to find. Well, I've been slogging my guts out for you, and I feel it's no more than I deserve.
I'd like to help, believe me. But times are hard. Maybe in 6 months' time, if things get a bit better, then...
That's no good to me. He needs it now.
They're young, they're tighten their belts, they'll manage. I had to, God knows.
So that's it.
So, times are hard, are they?
Hey,
What?
do you think I'd make a good nurse?
No. Why?
You know, I'm just thinking of a career change.
Yeah, well, I won't think too hard, mate. I mean, nurses don't get car allowances and expense accounts, do they? Eh? Yeah.
But why won't I be a good nurse? I mean, I'm kind, caring, compassionate, far too kind and caring, etc., to enjoy giving people a sack, which is basically what I've been doing all day.
Well, for one thing, Curly, you can't stand the sight of blood.
True. What's the other? Is that not enough?
I've heard the good news, Flower, and I'm dead chuffed.
But you mean our clever young man here?
Andy?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's only a management training course back. It's no big deal.
You what? I better buy his internal management module, no big deal. I wouldn't let Lord Morgan hear you say that.
Hi.
Oh, glad you could make it, love.
Yeah, I just walked out, left them all to it.
Ah, quite right, too.
Me and Gail keep saying we might pop over to your place one night.
Well, you better get over quick, because she'll not be there after Friday night, you know.
Why is that?
I'm leaving. Thing is, I'm coming home.
Oh, love. Oh, I am pleased. Not a grand bit of news, Bet.
Grand. Wait a minute.
Well, a 5 pints.
Oh, that's why I was so cheerful this morning.
One good thing about it, anyway.
It's romantic, though, isn't it? What if they go on a second honeymoon? What's a good thing?
Well, she'll be back here, won't she? Buying in for the family.
Don't you think about anything but that flaming shop. Alf, I want to talk to you.
Look, if it's about being mayor, forget it, because especially after the day I've had. I was nearly an hour in that blooming cash and carry this morning. I got a box of mushrooms on Monday, they've gone mouldy. A kid dropped a jar of pickles on the floor in the shop, and Mrs. Ryan came back to complain about 2p and overcharged her. She came all the way back from blooming Castle Street to complain about 2p.
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about, Alf.
Yeah, well, you're right about one thing. Being mayor will be a doddle after this lot. Look, save your breath, love, because I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that it was my fault for taking the shop on again, and I admit that. But it was your fault I was here to be tempted.
Are you saying you regret it, Alf?
I'm saying I've had a bad day.
And, you've no regrets about turning down mayor?
I'd like it as much as you would, but I'm not flipping Superman now, will you be told?
Listen, you could do it if you sold the shop.
What, all that aggravation again? Now, that would put me in my box if no else did.
Not if your clever little wifey had managed to find a cash buyer, it wouldn't. That's right. So, if you really want to get shot of it, all you've got to do is sign on the dotted line. Your worship.